to help us out with a record here.
No problem, Judge.
And the recommendation, I think, is I read 30 days to serve credit for the time she already has. And I believe she's got more than sufficient time.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And miss the other case ending in 4753.
Okay.
Judge, I just gave that motion to dismiss to Ralphie. I was upstairs 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
Nat.
is that cause number then 2023-0C04753, the one that's going to be dismissed?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And I see Ms. Thomas. Ms. Thomas, are we ready on this matter?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
At this time, the court calls the matters of the state of Texas versus Stephanie Alyssa Martinez. And there are two separate cause numbers. The first cause number that I'll identify is a matter to be dismissed if in fact the court follows the plea agreement. And that cause number is 2023-0C04753. The next cause number is a purported guilty plea, and that is cause number 2023-0C04793. And at this time, I will ask for announcement of counsel on both of these cases.
Nayeli Barbosa for the state, ready to proceed.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jesus Olias on behalf of Ms. Martinez, ready on both cases.
Okay, and thank you, Ms. Barbosa. Thank you, Mr. Olivas. And again, good morning, Ms. Martinez.
Good morning, Judge.
And Ms. Martinez, I think I already mentioned this, but you do have an excellent lawyer representing you. Someone who's very experienced and very very good in representing his clients. And I am sure that Mr. Olivas has explained all of your rights to you in both of these matters. But
Yes.
as I must, I need to go over the same explanation of rights for your benefit. Now, after I do this, if you have any question, any concern, then please let me know. Do we have that agreement, Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, in these matters, your rights are identical. In each of them, you have the right to a jury trial, to confront any and all witnesses against you, to plead not guilty and force the state through their attorney to prove up each and every element of these respective offenses against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You further have 10 days to prepare for trial on each matter. And again, on each matter, Ms. Martinez, you have the right to remain silent. Now, do you understand these very valuable and important rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And I take it you are a United States citizen.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I absolutely believe you. I don't have any doubts. Nonetheless, I need to inform you that if you are not, a plea of guilty to this one matter this morning could result in your deportation, denial of naturalization, or exclusion under federal law. And even though that doesn't apply to you, do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And knowing all these things, Ms. Martinez, is it still your wish to plead guilty to this one matter here this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, before I accept the plea, let me ask Mr. Olivas, do you have any concerns, reservations about your client's mental competency?
No, sir, I don't, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Olivas. And Ms. Barbosa, does the state have any concerns about the defendant's mental competency?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Barbosa. And Ms. Martinez, what was the last grade in school that you completed?
I graduated high school.
Okay, can you both read and write the English language?
Yes, Your Honor.
Have you ever been treated, hospitalized, or diagnosed with any type of mental illness or mental issue?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, my observations of Ms. Martinez indicate to me that she is clearly mentally competent, and I'll make that finding as to both matters. Mr. Olivas, do you and your client acknowledge the state's compliance with Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 39.14 in both of these matters?
Yes, sir. They've complied, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Olivas. Ms. Barbosa, does the state acknowledge compliance with that statute?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Barbosa. Then Ms. Martinez, to this one matter and this one matter only, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you are, and not for any other reason, Ms. Martinez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then I am going to accept your guilty plea as freely and voluntarily made. I am now finding you guilty of this one offense, and I am going to impose the sentence that was agreed to. I'm going to follow the agreement in its entirety. And you'll be sentenced to 30 days in the county jail. You'll receive credit for any and all time that you've already served. There will be no fine. Court costs, however, must be paid, but those same court costs are to be credited within the sentence. Ms. Martinez, you're how old?
23, Your Honor.
And what were you doing before being arrested?
I was homeless and I had just been widowed and then I had a miscarriage, so I was going through it, but I'm ready. I'm thankful for being locked up because it did give me a chance to step back and realize what I was doing.
Ms. Martinez, I am so sorry to hear everything that you've endured. That is a lot to put on anyone's plate. And I pray that things will only get progressively better for you once you are out. You strike me as being someone that has that potential, Ms. Martinez, to get your life back in order, to be someone. You're 23 years old. You've got the rest of your life ahead of you. And you can do so much. I hope you believe in yourself, because that's where it all starts, Ms. Martinez. And of course, making better choices, because that's what has you here. And I say this over and over because I mean it. One day locked up is one day too many, Ms. Martinez. I don't know that there's ever enough money to even put a price tag on one day of my freedom. And I don't care how much credit you're getting here, but you've been there way, way too long. Do you have a place to live after you exit, after you get out?
Yes, I'm going back to my mother's house and with my son.
That is great, Ms. Martinez. You dedicate your energy, your time, your love to that beautiful son and to your mom. And those are the people that matter in this life, Ms. Martinez.
Yes.
You take care of yourself. You be proud of who you are. Take pride in who you are and make sure that little boy sees the best example that he possibly can, because that's what it's all about, Ms. Martinez. It's what you do that they pay attention to, not what you say necessarily.
Thank you.
And anything else, Ms. Barbosa?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Olivas?
No, sir, Judge, I think you covered everything. Thank you.
Okay, well, God bless you, Ms. Martinez. And you are at this time excused. They will continue processing you there, and hopefully you will exit in a very, very short time and be with that family. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you, Judge.
Olivas, was that all you had, Mr. Olivas?
That's all I had, sir. Thank you.
Free to fly, my friend, and it is always, always a pleasure to see you.
You guys take care, everybody. Be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And then we have Chris.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Chris. It's good to see you as well. I think you're here on David Torres, right?
Yes, Judge, and I spoke to Ralphie this morning. We tried to set up a jail call and Jim wasn't able to get it set up in time, so we don't have signed plea papers on this case.
Okay.
So we're asking for a little